Do you see it? Do you hear it? The fiery cloud of the atom bomb rises like the sun. Bullets soar through the sky like birds. Gunfire crackles like the ambience of a warm morning. It is the dawn of war. One that shall never end. One that shall stretch across the galaxy and paint out the grim, dark future of humanity. A future where there is no peace amongst the stars. Only war. Yep, hello everybody and welcome to a slightly different episode of the Warhammer Reform. Different in the sense that this video is gonna be a bit shorter and more chaotic because, being totally honest, I wasn't doing that well recording and probably am not even doing that well right now. But that's besides the point. The point is I did not talk a lot and that makes for a lot of fun content. So I will have to make up for it with frantic edits and totally insane whatever the hell. So yeah, prepare yourselves because we are diving straight in, no delaying here. After the events of Dawn of War 1, the Space Marine chapter of the Blood Ravens is weakened. In need of reinforcements and rebuilding, they head back to their recruitment worlds to regroup and return stronger than ever before. However, these recruitment worlds are beset by a horde of orcs attacking strategic points. So it is up to me, Commander Sir As-Fuck, to slay all orcs aboard this planet and reclaim it back as Imperial territory. And just like that, we are thrown into the game of Dawn of War 2, and honestly, as someone who after this game learned that RTS games are just not my thing, it starts out really cool. You in this game command much smaller squads of Space Marines where every man has his role. And it is coupled with a pretty cool and adaptive cover system where you can always just hide behind basically anything in the terrain for a strategical advantage. Right now my squad consists out of me, who is a melee lunatic who does not know what the hell survival instinct is, for the Emperor! As well as Tartarus, the basic Space Marine squad you can equip with whatever weapons you like. Yeah, I really enjoyed the combat so far in this game, but already I could see the age of this game showing, cause holy fuck, the AI is bad sometimes. If you don't tell them to attack someone, they won't. They will just stand there as the enemy stabs them brutally in the back.
Hey Ron. Hey Billy.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. After clearing out those orcs, we're brought into the planet map or the mission select screen. Here our characters will be having some fun banter and they're fine. They start out very flat and generic, but as time goes on they slowly develop. It's not good, but it's more than I expected, being honest. We are also given our third member, Cyrus, who is a stealth man who can become invisible, which is of course overpowered as fuck. And we're introduced to the unit customization system of the campaign, which is honestly really reminiscent for Chaos Bane or just ARPGs for me. Like, you pick up random loot off the floor and from dead enemies in the levels, and then you equip your Space Marines with it however you see fit. It's honestly really cool. The only thing I don't like is this dumb leveling system where sometimes you level up and you gain nothing. But besides that, now we are beginning to hunt down the orcs because somehow, and I don't know how, the captain of us, Fool, managed to deduct that someone is stirring up the orcs. I don't know how he deducted that. I thought the orcs just always wanted to fight, but whatever. Now we're trying to figure out how we do that by killing orc bosses. And now the game gets shit. Okay, maybe shit is a bit harsh, but let's just say the drop in quality hits you like an exterminatus. The next few levels start off quite cool. We're introduced to yet another of our team members, Avitus, who's the heavy gunner that can go into buildings and suppress enemies. He's fine, you know. The real problem for me is the mission structure. At the end of this level, after going through a bunch of enemies, you fight your first boss, and he's a real big and annoying bullet sponge, but you know, he was fine because it was the first time and he had you maneuvering your squad around a lot. He wasn't fun, but as like a one-time gimmick, he was really cool, and I'm pretty sure that they're gonna do this like pretty fucking rarely. They do it every single level from now. I'm going to tell it to you right now, I did not finish the campaign of this game, but I managed to get somewhere close to the middle. So right before the game really opens up, I quit, which, you know, does make me feel a bit weird. Like, if I had just kept going, would this game have gotten a lot better? But on the other hand, if a game doesn't manage to catch me within the first 3 hours, I don't really see myself obligated to keep playing it anymore. But that's really besides the point. What I want to say is that in my entire playtime, the most common objective, to a point where I honestly can only remember one level that did not have this objective, is you go through a map fighting enemies while collecting your resources, and at the end you fight a boss that always plays the same and takes ages, except when he doesn't play the same and is actually even worse because he spawns in enemies amidst the fight. You may have already seen them now, so let me introduce you to the Eldar, the dark and evil space elves that have been stirring up the orcs for a, to us, unknown reason, but they say it is because they need the orcs and humanity fully enraged at bringing in as much reinforcements as possible to fend off a far greater threat, which is a really cool setup, being honest. Sadly, the Eldar did not consider wisely who they wanted to fight this unknown threat, because we are the Imperium and we have yet to fill our racist quota. We've only been racist towards one species today. That needs to be at least 7, so Eldar, here we come. The Eldar are not fun to fight. You know how I said that I really like the cover system in this game? Well, here's an enemy that can teleport, completely making it useless. Great, just wonderful. Yeah, I did not enjoy a single match against the Eldar in this campaign, and honestly, this is where I started to actually just tire out from the gameplay loop. But what kept me going was the absolute banger music that this game has. You've been hearing it non-stop throughout this entire video. And there was this one really cool mission against the orcs, and where I also have to praise, this is not a bad game, it just isn't for me, as I realized later into the game. They do really make some nice spins on the RTS formula. With Realms of Ruin, what the fuck was that? With Realms of Ruin, I had the problem that the missions in the campaign were either one-to-one rips from the multiplayer game mode, or were just completely not thought out in the slightest. With Dawn of War, they make some really nice spins on the formula, like having a mission where you need to defend a few generators from incoming enemy waves, and this mission perfectly utilizes the cover system, as well as your newest and final squad members, these guys with jump packs. Really cool. And so we begin slaughtering the Eldar, all the while I realize that this game has a weather system, which I don't enjoy at all, because, I mean, look at this and then look at this. It is just straight up making the game harder for me, not having any effect on the actual game as far as I could tell. And why would I not just restart the mission again and again until I have a mission where my screen isn't covered in what appears to be foam raining from the sky? But anyways, we soon learn that the Eldar have been trying to stir both of us up, because the Tyrannids are coming to consume the whole system. And their build-up is immaculate. creepy music, you see them scurrying around, completely slaughtering Eldar orcs and space marines alike, and then a warrior even kills, or at the very least mortally wounds, the narrator of the game, which is such a fucking sick idea in my opinion. So yeah, now it is for us to fight the Tyrannids, and oh fuck, I sure hope they don't mess this up, because they are one of my favorite factions. They fucked it up. Listen, I am not of the opinion that a first impression can absolutely destroy something. I think you always have to go deeper than that. Always have to look at what's beyond those first few minutes. Which is why I also, whenever I don't feel rushed, because I have a deadline like with the Warhammer form, or just really am not enjoying myself, I always try to finish the games. Hell, I finished fucking Chaos Bane, okay? But in this case, when I'm already not that happy with the game anymore after having fought the Eldar, and the first impression of the Tyrannids, who are the main villain of this game, is this level, Vengeance for Captain Fool, I'm sorry, that's where I draw the line. You know how this squad-based, cover-based, small-scale RTS introduces the Tyrannids? Boom.
Emergency extraction and recovery. The acceptance of defeat.
Like, I know the Tyranids are a swarm faction. They're supposed to overwhelm you with numbers. But this is my first time in the game fighting them. How about you introduce the enemies just like you did with the orcs, one after the other, and actually allow me to get a strategy formed in my head, instead of just throwing 1,000 swarmers and 7,000 bombers that completely ignore all cover yet again at me in the first level. Yeah, that was not fun at all. And guess what, at the end of this level, when you actually do make it past all of that, they have a really fucking sick boss, which is just like every single other one.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
So yeah, after that I quit the campaign because I just couldn't take it anymore and went on to the skirmish mode, and honestly it's pretty fun. I cannot deny that. Like, I just suck at this game, I gotta admit that as well, but it was cool, it was fun. You can actually like build a little bit with your generators. The unit roster is small, but you, just like in the campaign, can fully upgrade and customize each and every single unit. There are tons of different maps. You can put all 4 factions against one another in whatever combo you'd like at the same time. And there is even a, like, I think 5 or 6 different gameplay modes, so there is a lot of content. And there is also even another extra mode, which I did not try out. But yeah, this game, I can't believe I'm saying this, a benefit of this game, I so sad that we have to say that nowadays, is that it actually lives up to its money. $40 you pay, it is $40 worth of content that you get easily. And with that, my journey in Dawn of War 2 ended. As I said, this is a bit of a different video than usual. And since I didn't really complete or even get halfway into this product, I do not see myself fit to properly review it. I myself would not recommend it. However, I can also see all the great stuff inside, and thus I cannot proclaim it a heretic. This game's verdict shall be felled by someone else. Watch Thunder Psycho's review. I think he's a lot better at this than I am. Alright, everybody, thank you for watching. Yeah, I gotta wait until I'm doing better. Goodbye.